Hello, hello. Okay, great. You can hear me speaking. Okay, perfect.
Can anybody hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good. Good. Niall, if you want to stop sharing your screen there, that'd be great. We're in the live room. Um,
Okay, perfect.
Let me just see. Sorry about that, everybody. Myself and Niall were having a great conversation before we went into the live room. So sorry about that. It must have been a problem on my end. And Niall, it was me. I kicked you out of the room on purpose because I thought it was you. Anyway, here we are. We're 5 minutes past 10, so we'll kick off straight away. Good morning, everybody, and thank you very much for your patience. Number one, my name is Sorka Finucane, and I'm the owner and founder of Trained In. And we are delighted to be here this morning on behalf of Taste for Success SkillNet to host day 7 of our 60 bite-sized upskilling workshops. Until the 18th of December, we'll be running a minimum of 3 workshops a week on various different topics to help you get through your days and upskill you and your teams. Today we have Niall Parfait from Atlanticus Digital, and we are going to be going through how to create amazing presentations using Canva. Before we start, I just want to go through a little bit of housekeeping. We can't see you and we can't hear you. Hopefully you can now hear me, so that's all good. Please use the chat facility. So if you have any questions, would like to make any comments, or would like just to give an opinion, please use the chat facility and I will moderate all of the chat for Niall. Use his time as much as you can. This guy is an expert, and I have seen firsthand exactly what he can do using this fantastic tool, Canva. So I'll be taking notes myself. Niall is we're just going to run a little poll at the moment, just to kind of get a gauge of where everybody is at on the call in terms of your usage of Canva. So you'll see the little poll there, so I can bring everyone's attention there to use that. And after we get this result, I'll move into a second poll just to kind of get more of an in-depth on where we are. I'm also going to pop up the SkillNet learner profile into the chat. So anybody who hasn't completed the learner profile yet, if you can all complete this profile and pop it off to SkillNet, that would be fantastic. And you can do that after the call. We will be sharing a couple of links with you at the end of the presentation. And I think I've covered everything. But before we start, Niall, tell us a little bit about what you're going to teach us today.
So, Sorka, thank you very much. Today I'm going to talk to you about the wonderful world of Canva. So I've used Canva probably for about 6 or 7 years now in various guises. And I've used it to create social media graphics, presentations, reports. I just created a report yesterday in Canva. And I just wanted to show you just the benefits of Canva, and I'm learning every day. There was a new thing that came up this morning, the new feature for Canva that allows you to build your own marketing templates using Canva, brand and marketing templates, which is really, really good. So they're just increasing their knowledge and changing the model every day. and adding new features and benefits. So it's a really, really interesting product to look at, and the story is quite good as well behind Canva.
Yeah, it's always good. There's so many tools out there, Niall, and you know it because I know you've got your finger on the pulse of what's going on around and about. But actually taking the time to figure out how to use them so that you get the benefit out of them, a lot of us don't do it, and we don't use them to their best, I suppose, advantage. So to have you here to take us through all of this is absolutely amazing. Let's just have a look at the poll. So 60% of people have used it before and 40% of people have not. So that's kind of good to know, isn't it? We've got a lot of new people on here. It's also going to be good to know what you actually use Canva for. So I have another poll up there. So maybe let's have a look at that poll as well. And I suppose it'd be also interesting to know how many people on the call actually know how to use Canva to its maximum. Because I, for one, who use it, I'd say on a daily basis, do not know how to use it. And it's only when I see reports like what you've generated for us and some of our clients, Niall, that I go, I haven't a clue how to use this to its maximum. So this should be really interesting. 55% of people are using it for social media, and 35% of well, 52% and 38% have not used it. Okay, so everybody's using it for social media. So definitely,
that's
max.
Yeah, it's interesting that actually, because there's so many more elements to it, particularly with the reporting and the presentation side as well. So it is interesting, primarily people will use it for social media, but there's so many other options that are out there.
Yeah, 4% of people use it for presentations and another 4% use it for other, which is social media and videos. Don't think I was able to, see that, Laura. Okay, great. Right, I think we're 10:10, Niall. I think we better, let's not keep anybody waiting. So if you want to start your presentation, Niall's going to share a screen, everybody. So he's going to swap in and out between a couple of different screens, presentation and Canva itself. I'm going to turn my camera and my mic off, but I'm going to be here in the background, and please make use of this time and pop any questions into the chat, and we'll have a Q&A at the end. Okay, over to you, Niall. I'll just move.
Thank you very much, Sorka. Thank you. So, okay, so we'll crack on. Hopefully everybody can see my screen. Any problems, just Sorka's going to be monitoring the chat, so let me know. But this presentation is created in Canva, so just I need to practice what I preach. So this is an example of adding animation into the background of the presentation then, which is really, really cool. And it's some of the features that I'll show you later on today. So what we're going to look at is how to create effective presentations, reports, creating reporting through Canva, really nicely kind of designed reports. Designing graphics for all your social media channels. So nearly half of you said that you already use Canva for social media. Implementing your brand throughout Canva is a really, really good best practice to use. And I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how to add in images and editing images then, and also applying fonts as well. And then creating animations such as these that you can see just come throughout the presentation. And then finally, infographics then. And as I said, there are new features being added on all the time to Canva, and I'll go through some of those later on then as well. What I will do as well is I'll dip in into my own Canva and just show you how I've created the presentation and also created a graphic. So just a bit of background of me. I've worked with various companies of 20 years experience working in digital marketing with large and small, medium enterprises. And I'm always learning about new things every day. So Canva is one of the examples, but I would do my Google AdWords certifications, Google Analytics certifications, and HubSpot certifications as well. So I'm always learning about digital marketing and inbound marketing, and Canva is one of those elements that I would use on a daily basis. So a bit of background, a bit of context to Canva. Canva is about making design amazingly simple for everyone. And it was founded and by a designer called Melanie Perkins, who went to Australia and went to university in Australia in 2007 and was sitting in a lecture for InDesign. And she just thought there has to be an easier way of designers for non-designers. And that's where Canva was born. So it means that I'm not a designer. I've never done a degree in design or anything like that. But for me, I can apply, use templates and create colors and change different elements and add in my own elements and make my designs look professional using an application such as Canva. And that's the reason why Melanie Perkins wanted to kind of form Canva. So this is her Instagram at the moment. So she goes to far-flung places. I think this is Rio at the moment, or somewhere in Brazil. So she's very, very interesting. It's worth reading up the story about how she found Canva and about the different kind of philanthropy things that she does throughout her life. So for Canva, there's so many features. You've got a library of millions of images. You can apply photo filters to your designs. You can add in free icons and shapes. And then also there are hundreds of fonts that you can use. And uses drag and drop technology. So for the 40% of people who said they've never used it before, I will show you just how that drag and drop technology works later on. And it's about creating stunning graphics, so you can create social media presentations that have already been resized, presentations such as the one that you're looking at the moment, business cards, infographics, posters, flyers, whatever you want. It is basically a design package built for non-designers. So how to look at Canva? Probably is simplify it. So first of all, it's about choosing the right dimensions, and then it's choosing the background to your design. And then once you've chosen the background to your design, you add in the elements, and then you pick the right fonts. So choosing the right dimensions, you can see here just at the bottom, this is part of the homepage of Canva, which I will show you shortly. This shows you kind of preset elements of Canva there. So you can see there's one for a Facebook app. You can create sized templates for your Facebook cover, or there's Facebook ads, then you can add in then as well. So you can create your own sized graphics ready to use, or you can have your own customized versions of graphics then as well. And then it's about choosing the background. And it's up to you to think about what colors best suit your needs. And what I'll show you later on is that you can apply your own branding colors into your own Canva platform then as well. And Canva is a really, really good example about, this is their combination tool. So you can look at palettes to see which ones work the best with colors. And it means it just keeps you right instead of going into a kind of sloppy mess with multi-colors and too much going on there. The palettes keep you right, and you can see which colors suit the others then as well. And then it's about choosing the background. So you can use background images, or you could just use a plain background then as well, or textured over your structure. And then it's about just applying the right font that sits in front of the background then. And then it's about adding in your elements. So your design might include text, icons, photographs, or illustrations. And then these need to be kind of combined to make it visually appealing then. The great thing about Canva is that you've got fonts there. So you've got fonts for your heading, your subheadings then as well. And then you can apply your own fonts. So if you are working for an organization that has a proper brand structure, including fonts, you can apply those new fonts to your Canva platform so that they appear throughout, and I'll show you those again. Canva recommend that you don't use too many fonts in your designs, so usually limit it to 2 fonts. And there is another great guide here, which Sorka will be able to provide for you, that shows you the good ways to combine fonts on Canva. So there's a great guide on font pairing and what to use then. Just, you can have one font for your headings and then maybe another font for your body text then as well. Okay. So let's delve in and look at the different elements to Canva then. So there's so much that you can look at. So I've kept it to very, very kind of short. We're going to look at social media graphics first, and then we're going to go on to presentations, infographics, and other elements then as well. So first of all, actually, we're going to look at is presentations. So the presentations there for Canva, there's so many presentation templates you can use to suit your own brand. So I'm going to just show you how to create the presentations, and these are good steps to show you. So we'll be able to share you the slides after this. So this is a good reference point for you to use. But I've also got links to the Canva's Academy, which will really, really help you kind of understand the further elements of Canva. So to create a presentation, all you do is you go and search in the bar here. So the Canva search bar is where you can search for templates or designs or whatever you want to look for. And then within that, you can find presentations. And then it's a case of selecting the right template that suits you. When you select the right template, it will give you a list of all the different templates that you could possibly use throughout there. So, for example, if you selected that first one, that would appear in your editing screen then as well. So in a moment, I'm going to show you how to create a presentation very quickly using the Canva platform. So when you select the right template or the suitable template that you want, it will display all the related pages to that particular template. Now you can apply them all to your editor, and then that means that you've got a list of all those templates that you can start to change, or you can just click on one page and then you can start editing that, and so on and so on.
Niall, quick question for you, just before you go on. There's two questions coming from the group. One is, are the training videos on the free or paid versions? And the other one is, are all of the things that you're going through now on the free or the paid version?
So, so some of these will be on the paid version. There, I will send you a link on the chat to the pricing page. So with the free version, you get, I think, something like 10,000 images, but with the paid version, you get 60,000. It works out about £11 a month for me using the pro version, which is really cheapest chips for what I get out of it then as well. So most of these elements will be using the paid version of Canva, but if you want to get started, I would strongly recommend using the free, just to show you what you can do then as well.
Okay, thanks.
Is that okay? No problem at all. So once you've selected your right template, then you can start editing. So you can start to edit your page with your own text and your own fonts and your own branding colors. And again, I'll show you how to do that. When you start clicking on your template, so you pick the template, you can see here that there's a piece of text. When I click on that piece of text, a WYSIWYG editor comes up. So a WYSIWYG editor stands for what you see is what you get. And you'll see this in a number of kind of features, particularly in word processing documents and presentation applications as well. But with this, you're able then to change your font style and your font size, and then you're also adding your colorings and your other elements then as well. Also, what you can do is you can change the coloring throughout here. And then what happens when you click on the background, a color icon will appear, and then you're able to change the colors throughout your documents then as well. And it's great, the way it's structured your palette is that it'll give you an option to add in a new color, so you can add in the hex code or the actual name of the color. It will also tell you the document colors that are available then, and then very prominently you will see your brand colors that appear here. And then you can add in any other default colors that are within that. The great thing is once you select a template, you can use the change all function here. So when you change a color, you can apply the change all feature to it, and that means that the consistency goes throughout the document. Then everything is changed to that color that you've selected to, so it will change the new color then as well. And then it's time to present. So you can present straight from Canva, which I'm doing at the moment then, or you can actually go and download the document as a PDF, or the latest feature is that you can download it as a PowerPoint, which is really, really good. So it means that you, instead of having to use the clunky designs of Microsoft have produced for PowerPoint, you can actually create a beautiful presentation on Canva, download it as a PowerPoint presentation, and then just present it from PowerPoint then as well. Also, what you can do for approval processes is you could probably share a link to a colleague. You can share that as a read-only or an editable link then as well. Okay. So before we go into looking at graphics here, I'm just going to show you the. I'm just going to share my screen again. So hopefully everybody can see this. So this is Canva.
Yeah, all good now.
So all good, brilliant. So this is the main homepage of Canva. So, and I'm just going to quickly show you how to create a presentation. So I've already typed in here that I am ready to type in the presentation. So I'm just going to refresh my screen here. Hopefully that will come up. But this is where you will type in your information there. So, sweet. So I'm responsive. Well, we'll see whether that comes back on, but I would love to show you actually. Let me just stop that and see whether it comes back on. I've just stopped sharing my screen there. No. I'm just sharing. Can you see that now? Okay. Yeah, okay. So this is the Canva home screen. You can see there that they'll give you recommended templates that you can use. The other great thing is that you can type in here into the search bar the type of presentation. So I'm going to type in presentation. You just click on presentation, and then it'll give you the templates that are available for that particular element. So let's have a look at the templates that are available here. So you can see there's one for a business plan. So you can click on that, and then what will happen is that will bring you into the display screen for that particular template then. Okay. So that should start appearing here. So you should be able to see there's the presentation that's come up, and then there's the various elements that are against that particular presentation. So you can see there, I can add in, change this text. So it's using a nice kind of graphic animation here as well. If I wanted to change the color of that particular piece of text there, I just go into the text color and I can type in what color I want to change it to.
I
so
think
very, very kind of.
We're still on the various different options.
Oh, right, let's see. Oh, okay, sorry, apologies, that's my fault. Okay, thanks, Sorga. Here, let me see, I'm gonna just share the screen here. So you should see that now?
Yeah, all good.
Okay, so what I was showing there is that you're able to then change a piece of text. So I've selected that particular option for presentation, and then that's given me the template that I can start changing around there. So what I did there was I highlighted the piece of text, and then you can change that to suit the coloring there, what you want. And you can see there that when I want to change the color, and I select the color, it gives me my brand colors at the very, very top. So they're the most prominent things that are in there. If I want to present or download, this is the option where I go in here. So there's the options where you can share a link, you can download, and you can create that into a PowerPoint presentation. If I wanted to add a page, so you can see there are all the elements to my template that are on the left-hand side. If I wanted to add a new page, I just simply click on the Add New Page section here, and then click, and my presentation, my next part of my presentation appears there, and I can start editing that text. So just like that. And everything's editable in there. Even the imagery that's in the background there, you can take that out and you can replace it with another image. Okay, so just thought it was good just to show you a live example of how to use Canva within the platform then as well.
Now, okay, before we move on, and I know you might cover it later on, so if you do, that's no problem. Some Stephanie has asked, how do you store the brand colors at the start?
Yes, yeah. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So there's going to be a brand element, so your brand kit, which is part of Canva. You do that. You add in your elements into that section. So I'm going to just show you later on in the presentation how to do that. And then it's a case of just putting those in, and then you're able to you're able to see them more prominently on there. But I'll show you that in a moment.
Perfect. And Mary is just because we're on it, if you change the text on one slide, does it change the font across the full presentation?
Yeah, the problem, no, it doesn't. That's an annoying features, because if I add a new template on, you can't. You have to kind of manually change the font type to your brand new font type. But there's a way around that, which I always use, is if you like the structure of your presentation, your element, just duplicate that then as well. So once you've got that, then you've got the structure, and that keeps the font type that's within there as well.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Great questions. Keep them coming. So next thing, we're going to look at gorgeous graphics. So how do you create graphics using Canva then? Obviously, one of the most widely used templates of Canva is the social media graphics, and we're able to see that through the polls. And the great thing is you can have size social media graphics ready for you on the go then as well. So it's just a case of selecting back into that kind of homepage element that I showed you on Canva, and then selecting the appropriate social media graphic. So the example I'm going to show you is using an Instagram story. It's just a case, you'll see it there, Instagram stories, and then it'll give you the templates that are available for that particular element. So the great thing about Canva is it's just always reinventing itself, and it's always keeping with the times. So you can see, obviously, coronavirus, working from home, those kind of features are always going to be key to people. So they're elements that Canva have very prominently on their templates, suggested templates there. So it's just another, again, a case of you selecting the right template that suits you. So this example from working from home is one that I used already. So this is the story. There are going to be a number of pages associated with it then. So you can apply all the pages into your editor, and then you can start editing them individually. Now, the great thing is that you can just select one and you can start editing it, and then add them gradually, the other ones in, and start editing them then as well. But if you wanted to do a very, very kind of quick a story, just take this one, apply all the pages, and change your branding colors to suit your own, and then you're ready to go, and you can go and publish that to Instagram then as well. Once you've selected your pages, then you'll be ready to edit. So you can see this is a very similar kind of structure, and it's always the same structure with all the elements of on Canva. You can see for this Instagram story, you've got the option adding in your pages. You will also get the option when you're wanting to edit, you'll get that menu appearing then, where you can start changing the colors and the text and the effects of the text then as well. Just up here, this menu allows you to change the font size, the font type, the font color. You can add in bold and underlined. You can add bullet points. You can left and right justify your text on there, and then you can add in effects then onto your graphic. And because this is all cloud-based, once it's saved, that's it. You know, it's constantly saving your work, so you'll never lose anything. So if there's a power cut at the moment now, all my work will be saved that I've changed throughout Canva, which is really, really beneficial. So you can see this is the different elements. So you can use sizing. So sizing, you can customize your size. You can use one of the predefined sizes then that Canva has. Similarly, you can see that the colors, again, the branding colors appear more prominently, and I'll show you about the branding kit in a moment. So this is an example of where I've added in. So I wanted to change the color from the blue to the green, and you can see that everything is changed to the new color. So I use that change all. So the text and the color of the guy's hair, and then the color at the bottom is all changed to my branded colors, which is really, really handy to use. You could also move the text around because Canva is using drag and drop technology. You can drag this down to kind of make it more central if you wanted to, or you can have it left aligned or right aligned then as well with the text. The other options there you've got is you can add in bullet points. You can actually change the case. So at the moment it's the caps are on, but you can have that more title case orientated then as well. You can also change the line spacing. You can add effects, and then also what you can do is you can copy the style. So just here, this icon here, this is where you can duplicate this this page, and then that duplicate page will appear below, and it's just a case of editing it. Once you duplicate it, as the question was already asked, that also duplicates everything that you've done, including the font changes that you have made. So that means that you've got that consistency of your font type throughout your document then as well. If you do select it as you do select another template, it selects a brand new template, but it doesn't keep the font types that are on there. And then you're ready to publish. So once you're ready, Canva gives you numerous options to publish your graphic. The brilliant thing, and one of the latest things, is that you can actually publish straight to your social media platforms from Canva. So it's really, really handy. Or you can download it and upload it to the platform. So it's just a case of connecting your social media. So LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, it's all it can all be integrated through Canva then as well. And it's great because you can just do your post through Canva. So this is an example where I just typed in the content and then you click on publish now. Now there's this downside to this that I feel, and hopefully Canva start ironing this out a bit. When you're starting to tag in, you know, maybe businesses or people into the posts, you're not able to do that through here. But hopefully they'll get that sorted. So maybe if you want to tag in people, the best thing to do is to download the graphics first and then upload it to your native application, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Facebook then as well. Another element I'll touch on later on is you can schedule posts for a particular date and time through Canva as well. And this is a feature that's only just appeared in the last couple of weeks, which is a real game changer then as well. They want you to do absolutely everything from Canva rather than going to other applications then. So everything's central. You design your own graphics and then you're able to publish it then throughout there. Okay.
Well,
so hopefully,
can I just jump in really quickly? Sylvia has asked, can you add sound to a story?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So Canva has a sound element to your section. So you can add in videos, such as these videos here that I've created, but you can also create sounds as well. So you can use Canva's preset sounds, or you can upload your own different sounds then as well.
Amazing.
Okay. So great thing is that you can apply super animation. So it's, again, this is a relatively new feature to Canva. And one of the examples that Sylvie was talking about there is actually applying stories, which you can create animations through there. So There's really, really lovely animations preset for you, ready to use through Canva, but you can create your own using the different elements and also font types then as well. The preset ones, again, it's about going back to your home page and then selecting the right animated templates in there. So you can see that there are various ones that that Canva can supply for you that you can just take and then tailor it to suit your own brand and your own font style then as well. So how do you do that? So well, there's examples of the social media platforms you use. So these are for Facebook, and you can just select the one that suits you and the one that you feel that you can change around. And then again, it's a case of just editing the content. Once you select it, you're brought back into the editor. The great thing is you can start applying a kind of time structure to your animation. So when your animation, you upload it to social media, you can let it run for 1 second, or you can let it run for 15, 20 seconds then as well. It depends on how long you want to kind of create that context and whether it's eye-catching enough through the social media platform then. And the great thing is you can have various animations that are associated with it. So somebody asked earlier on about the free version. These are the free animations that you can add into your social media graphics here. These ones with the little crown are the pro animations then as well. So there's ones neon and scrapbook and baseline, and they're just really, really cool, and they just bring your social media graphics to life. All you have to do is just click on your element you want to change, and then you just apply the animation just using this icon here at the top left-hand corner. And change it up. Again, once you start editing the font, this is when it adds in the various elements. The WYSIWYG editor comes up and again, and you can start adding in your effects and changing the colors of your fonts then. And then when you're ready, because it's a different kind of platform, there'll be different ways to download this or upload this to your social media platforms. But for something with an animation, it's well worth just downloading it as obviously an MP4 video or an animated GIF then as well. So you can click on download and then upload that to your social media graphic then as well. With MP4, there'll be, obviously there's high quality video and you can apply sound to that. But when it's animated GIF, there'll be no sound associated with it, but it still makes it very, very kind of eye-catching via social media then as well. Okay, so we've looked at animations, we've looked at social media as well, and we looked at presentations. The great thing about Canva is it's got tons and tons of templates for creating gorgeous reports. So you can create professional reports that you can share online, or you can download as a PDF or a Word document then as well. Again, it's a case when you want to create reports through Canva, you're brought in to that search bar, and you can search for a particular document. So this is an example of A4 documents that are available. And these are reports. So this is an example of one that I selected just for this example here. So mid-quarter report. And again, a lot of these reports maybe have 1 page, they can have 3 pages, they can have 15 pages within the template that you can start utilizing then as well. And again, it's just a case of selecting your template. And then this example that I've shown you here, this shows you the different elements and different pages that are associated with this report. And it's a case of you just applying all the pages to start editing, or you can start selecting maybe 1 or 2. You can combine various templates. So one report that I did yesterday, I liked the title. So I added in the title in, and then I went into another template and added in all the pages that were associated with another template. And you can do that quite easily. You can mix it up if you want. And again, once you've selected your page, it's just a case of starting to edit the content then as well. And the great thing is, if you want to add any more pages, you just click on add new page, and then you can apply another page from the template or another template in there as well. And within the page, there are page elements. So you can actually click on adding notes within your page. You can move the order of your pages. So if you've maybe applied a style here and you thought, well, no, actually that's better suited above that page, you can actually move it by using the arrows here then as well. One of my favorite applications of this is the duplicate page. If I like a structure, I'm lazy enough to take that template and then reuse it and repurpose it again on another page. So it means that you're not having to reinvent the wheel and having to apply your fonts again. You can just change it to suit your style then as well. There's delete, and then you can add a page by using this icon, or you can use the add page down below here. And again, like everything, and all the elements, you can see your Canva menu will appear at the very top. So you can apply your fonts, your colors, your font styles, any effects that you want through Canva. So again, the sharing elements and the download elements will be different depending on the graphics that you're completing. So you can see here that there are now kind of different ways to do it. So you can download it via a PDF then, or you can share it for people to view and edit it as well. And then you can present it as through the platform. With LinkedIn, you can now share documents. So you can actually publish documents to LinkedIn, and you can people can actually scroll through your documents as PDFs. So a good way, if you wanted to think about a kind of different post, if you're looking at LinkedIn posts, is you can download a report, if it's maybe 10 pages long, download it as a PDF, and then upload it to LinkedIn as a post. And people can then scroll through that using the document editor on LinkedIn, which is really, really handy. And these are just the different download options that you can use. PDF is probably the recommended option for downloading, but you can download your document as a PNG or a JPEG through there as well. Okay. So again, reports, infographics is another great thing that you can create. So you can create your own infographics through Canva, but also what you can do is you can use the templates. And if you're lazy like me, I will just take a template and just change it around to kind of suit my branding and suit my structure then as well. So again, it's back to the home page of Canva, and selecting infographics then as well. So you can see the various different infographics that are available there, and then you can just change that around to suit what the story you want to tell and to suit your own branding. Again, so I've selected a template, and then this is an example, 5 reasons to give to charity, and you can see that I'm ready to kind of start changing the elements and changing the colors and changing the fonts within that particular document or that graphic. Again, you can change the colors, and I want to change this particular document to green, and I'm clicking on the change all, and then that means that infographic is now changed to my branding colors then as well throughout the entire infographic. You can change, obviously, as I mentioned, elements here. So these little icons, you can change those to suit your own. So if you like the structure of any style, it doesn't have to be about charity. You can actually just change this completely so it looks like your own. Change all the text and change all the elements within there. And then again, you're ready to publish. You can publish to your social media platforms, and you can actually download it as a PDF and then upload it to your social media platforms or add it into a presentation. Okay. So that's, yes?
Can I just interject really quickly there because we're on the point? Somebody's just asked a question. Can you add a template? Sorry, Davina, can you add a template within a template?
Not really. So what you can do is you can add your branding and your styles within a template. So it's kind of a manual process. But what I would recommend for that, if you like, create your template first. And then it's a case of just duplicating that template and applying it each time. So it means that you're not having to reinvent the wheel. So No is the answer to that. But I would recommend you want to create your own template within Canva first, and then use that as your kind of structured approach going forward, that you can just duplicate that going forward and applying that style. Is that okay?
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. So on to branding. So you're applying your branding in the Canva, and this is one of the questions somebody asked on there. Canva has a brand kit that's available in here, which means that you can apply all your brand logos, all your brand colors, and all your brand fonts. And that means that they appear prominently when you're making the changes. So you'll see that from the previous graphics that I was creating there. So if you wanted to upload an image, you can go into your branding folder and then click on your logo, and that appears then. It's a case of setting this up first on your brand kit before you start creating your graphics. So having this all set up, the colors, the fonts, and also the logos in there, and then just applying that when you're creating your graphics. So you can see there, when as I showed you before, when we're looking at the palettes, the brand colors feature more prominently, that you can just apply them very, very quickly to your graphics then as well. Again, the fonts, if I want to change the fonts, my fonts appear prominently here. You can see that I have 3 fonts that are available, and that's recommended to Canva. Canva say keep it to 2 fonts throughout your documents then. Any more than that, and it makes the graphics look a bit messy. Okay, so that's showing you the brand kit, but I just want to show you some other great features with Canva as well. Design folders, you can create your own design folders within Canva that are structured then. So if you can have your social media graphics in one, your presentations in another, your reports in another, or there might be kind of various projects you're working within, and you have all your graphics under one folder based on that particular project. You can move designs then, so you can move into 2 folders then, but also one of the things is, if I like a structure or I like the style I created a presentation or a report in, I can duplicate that presentation and then change it around to kind of make it suit it to whoever I'm sending it on to then as well. So it means I'm not reinventing the wheel. All of the font styles are kept. All the graphics are kept within that particular graphic. So it means that I don't have to change absolutely everything. But it's a good way, if you like the structure of that, you can duplicate your document, and then you can just start changing the graphics and changing the fonts throughout the document then. Okay. And as I mentioned earlier on, there are thousands of free photos that you can use. Now, the free version has it, but and it's quite a limited usage of images that you can use. But the paid for version has absolutely tons. And it's just a case of searching for the particular photographs that suit what you're looking for. And the professional version, I have never ever had to pay for any images using the pro version of Canva. And that's, for me, it works out £11 a month, which is cheap as chips. And then there's videos too. So you can see throughout this presentation, I had various videos just in the background. You can search for various videos there as well. There's the music, as somebody asked there. So you can actually go and search for music just within your search bar, and then you can apply the music to your graphic, to your story or your presentation then as well. Brilliant thing is you can upload your own. So you can upload from your own device. So whether that be through your smartphone or through your desktop computer, or you can take images from your Facebook page, your Google Drive, your Instagram, and your Dropbox then as well. Another great thing if you're doing reports and presentations is you can start applying graphs and line graphs, bar charts, pie charts as well. And it's a case of just adding in the data against the particular graph, and that graph will automatically change to suit the data that it's displaying. So it's really, really cool, and it's quite good for graphical analysis then as well, and very, very good for reporting. There's tons of integrations as well. So it integrates with, obviously, we've seen Facebook, Dropbox, Google Maps, HubSpot, Giphy, Instagram, and Google Drive as well. So you can integrate Canva throughout these different platforms then. The mobile app is fantastic as well. So you can use that for iPads or for iPhone or for Android phones then as well. Just download the app through your app store, and then you can start editing your graphics through your mobile device then and sharing it to your social media platforms. Okay, so there are some of these, and I just appreciate we're just coming up to time here. Some of the new features that are available for Canva, as I said, they're really kind of always looking to improve the platform. The latest one is obviously we talked about the content planner, so you can schedule eye-catching social media places and social media posts in one place using the Canva editor. You just select the date, you select the time, and click on done, and that's automatically sitting there in the schedule, ready to post to your social media platform. So you can apply that to all your social media platforms through the platform then as well. So very, very handy thing. Obviously, more and more people are using Zoom and webinars such as this. So you can have a Zoom background that you can apply and you can edit and change through Canva. So you can just, again, using the Canva editor, applying your brand and then uploading it to your Zoom. And then you can have that sitting in the background, which is really, really handy. And it also includes animated backgrounds then as well, just for that kind of fun, quirky look if you're on your Zoom call. Also, there are elements for brainstorming, so you can have, so if you're working on a project or you're doing something like that, you can actually take a brainstorm template here. So there's one, for example, stop, start, continue, which is quite a common used one on teamwork and team building exercises there. And you can use that template, change it around to suit yourself, and you can print that off, or you can download that as a PDF and share that with your team. The latest thing as well, so all this is cloud-based, but you can actually download a desktop application for Canva now, which means you can work through Canva on your desktop. You don't need to go into your browser, and everything is saved automatically. It's all interlinked between the cloud version of Canva and also your desktop. So you can create a social media graphic using the desktop application then, and then it's automatically saved to your cloud version, which is really, really handy. And it's just another way of accessing Canva. All the elements are exactly the same. All the editing remains the same. It's just access through your desktop as well. Okay. So a couple of useful links that I would recommend, and Sorka will be able to share these with you. What's new in Canva is great to keep up to date of what's available, what's happening, what they've added onto the platform. Canva templates that will list all the templates available within Canva that will suit your needs. Some that I haven't even had time to cover, but they include the reporting templates, the presentation templates, the social media templates there as well. Any kind of Canva features that's available. And then the great one is the design school on Canva, which you can go on and start learning about different elements. My recommendation is to actually just go in and start building applications, building graphics through there, and using the design school as a kind of really good reference point. It's got some fantastic videos that you can watch at the same time while trying to make changes to your graphics. So it's really, really handy like that. And that's it. Listen, any questions, just let me know.
Sure. I've popped all of those links into the chat there, Niall. So people will be able to see them now. And Leslie, I see, Leslie, you just said you can only select one option. Is that for the poll, is it? That's no problem. Don't worry about that. Laura has just asked Niall, she missed, how do you select all blue color and make it purple? Just an example.
Okay. Let me see now. I'll share my screen and show you how to do that then. Okay. I'll just use the screen example.
Perfect.
Okay. So this is it was Laura, wasn't it? So Laura, this is how you change the color. So up here, this is the presentation template that I've selected. So I've selected this color here. and you can see the color appearing. This will show you the document colors. Now, if I want to change that to another color, this changes just that element to that different color. But this section at the bottom, this change all option, where you click on that, and that changes all the occurrences of that previous color to that brand new one.
Niall, sorry, I can't see where you did the, oh, sorry, change all the little squares at the back.
Change, sorry, just to change all here. Click on that, and that means that all the elements, all the occurrences of that previous color will then change to that brand new one.
Great. And you see the little animation that's popping up, the little plant. I know I saw on the other presentation that you had done where you had a bowl and you had like little lines coming out of it. Are you able to add those kind of things individually to your presentations, or are they all part of templates that you have to go?
No. So basically, you could, what you could do is present. So you should still see my screen here at the moment where I've got the presentation. So what I did with those presentations where you've seen in my presentation there is these are videos. So I've applied the video in the background of the presentation, and then just built the text in front of it then as well. So it's just a case of just adding that video in to the section here, and then building that, putting that into the background and putting the text around it.
Okay. You see, but brilliant. Does anybody else have any questions for Niall? You have 1 minute left to make use of his time. Just to let everybody know, I've popped up those links that Niall had shared with us at the end of the presentation. They're there, what's new in Canva. So there's those three. And I'm just sharing with you now the links to register for the next 3 workshops this week, which is understanding the power of personality profiling tomorrow, sales, the critical ingredients to help close the sale on Thursday, and developing better coping skills to improve stress responses on Friday. But let's go back to Niall. Does anyone have any questions? Niall, I think that presentation was amazing. I also think there is a massive, massive amount of stuff that you have gone through, and I think I don't think anyone would have absorbed everything, but just to let you all know that this presentation is recorded and you will all get the links in about 2 hours. Now, I know from talking to some people privately on chat that they didn't get reminder emails. So if you didn't get a reminder email, you may not get the link for the replay. And if not, pop me an email to circa@trainedin.ie and I'll send you the replay links directly. But then if anybody is looking to get more in-depth training from Niall on Canva, again, please pop me an email, circa@trainedin.ie, or pop Breda in Skillnet an email. It's info@tasteforsuccess.ie, and I'll share those emails again with you now, because I think that there's so much there, Niall. You could probably talk about this for a day.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of it's not my kind of main area that I look at, but I love it as a story. And I think it's such an interesting and engaging product. It's always constantly looking to improve itself. It doesn't rest on its laurels. So it's such an interesting application.
So that Paula issue with the Thursday link is that's all sorted now. Thanks for Elizabeth for bringing that to my attention yesterday. Excellent, thank you. Great insights, great run through. Perfect. Yeah, so lots of thanks coming in there, Niall. Look, I know we're out of time, but if anyone has any questions at all for Niall or would like to ask him something, please get in touch and we'll get the questions answered for you. And if anybody would like to go through this in more detail, again, let me know and we can also arrange for that to happen. Niall, I just want to say thank you so much for your time. I know I'm rushing out the door here now, but I think that was really insightful for everybody on the call. Davina saying excellent presentation, so many tips. Thanks a mil, Niall. Brilliant. Thank you from Cassandra. I imagine brilliant from Snowy Snowball. I wonder, is that a real or not? Thanks for the presentation, Sir Canal, from Elizabeth. I imagine those thank yous and amazings are going to be popping in from everybody on the call. But I think we'll leave it there, Niall, and hopefully we'll see you back here again. Huge amount in short time, great overview. Thank you, Sylvia. So we will. Great, thanks. Insights definitely used for more than social. Absolutely, it is fantastic tool. Fantastic tool, and all of their additions, Niall, are amazing. I imagine that they're just going to keep coming and coming. Thanks, Niall. Yeah, I think this is going to become everybody's favorite webinar very quickly. I could go through reading all these thank yous for ages, but we'll leave it there.
Oh, I could sit and watch them all day. I'm quite happy.
I know, it's brilliant. Niall from Atlanticus Digital, thank you so much for your time, and everyone, your time and your patience on the call, and we'll see you all again soon. Take care for now and have a great day. Bye.
Okay, all the best. Bye. Bye.